Ryan from the BBC talking to you this evening with Mr. Bernt Bickel, an international superstar sensation. Mr. Bickel, we are all familiar with your extensive catalogue of work, but the viewers of the BBC would really like to know what's behind the man, a look into your life. Thank you so much for granting us this exclusive interview with the BBC.
It's my pleasure, Jonathan.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
No.
It's an honor.
The pleasure's mine.
No, it's mine.
No, it's mine. I said it first.
Have it. Have it then.
Let us start off. Please, just tell us something about yourself.
Well, my father was a rent boy from the south of Wales. My mother, a lovely woman from New Zealand. They met in the war. Quite romantic, really. And thus making me New Zealish. What's so funny, Jonathan? My mother, she's from New Zealand, and my father from the south of Wales. I'm legitimately New Zealish.
Nobody's trying to take that away from you, Bernt.
No one can. No one can.
Bernt. The question that people want to know. What is your favorite color?
Well, Jonathan, most people don't know this about me, but I am indeed colorblind. And seeing as black is the absence of all color, I would have to say white. White is my favorite of all colors, which I can see. White.
Cash or charge?
I'm a proud card-carrying member of the Diners Club. It's the card I use exclusively. It's only meant for the most selective diners, ones who love to dine. Now, these fine cards are accepted everywhere that major credit cards are accepted. However, the other members of the club don't look too keenly on spending or charging on the card if it's not for a dining-related activity. Because the Diners Club card is really only issued and only desired by true diners that enjoy dining, truly. Not ones who pretend, oh, I like to dine, I like to dine. No, I love to dine.
Being a member of this exclusive Diners Club, please tell the viewers of the BBC, how do you take your meat?
Well, Jonathan, I'd have to say medium plus. It's a little more well done than medium well, but far more civilized than well done.
Bernt, have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
I can't say that I have, Jonathan. I really wouldn't know how to get out of my body. But if I could, I think I'd like to get out of my body and enter the body of a gazelle and run across the African plains, some great plains with a lot of shrubbery and bush and sand and such, and run away from the lion and the lioness that might be chasing me or that might otherwise want to taste from my sweet venison. But no, I've never had an out-of-body experience like that before.
I see.
One time when I was taking peyote out in the mountains, I did feel as though I was a gazelle and being chased by a lion, a lioness, 3 cubs, a zebra who was quite aggressive. It's not in their nature. But this particular one, it was abandoned as a child, beaten, and then taken by the lions to raise it as one of their own.
Fascinating.
But other than that, no, I haven't.
Tell us, in your day-to-day activities, what do you do?
Well, Jonathan, I'm going to have to approach that question a little philosophically. What is it to do or not to do? What do? I do the do. Diet Mountain Dew. Because regular's rubbish. Nectar of the gods.
If you were not you, who would you be?
I imagine I'd be someone else.
Of all of your various and wide-ranging talents, please tell us, do you play any musical instruments?
Actually, I play the hurdy-gurdy, and I play a little jazz flute to round out the gurdy.
Very nice. Our cracked staff of researchers here at the BBC have recently uncovered some interesting information about your history. Tell us, have you ever served any time in a Turkish prison?
Herhalde Türk hapishanede yatmayana erkek demezler. Oğlum! No, Jonathan, I haven't. Next question, please.
Thinking back upon your childhood, when you were just a little Bernt, not having this kind of foresight to be able to see that you become the international superstar sensation that you became overnight, what was it when you were a child that you wanted to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a cowboy, a park ranger, an admiral, a fireman, policewoman, a chief executive officer, a unicorn, a senator, a seaman, a camcorder, a tree, a radio-controlled race car driver, an elephant caretaker, cellophane, Santa Claus, half man, half horse, on the bottom. And that does it. A Renaissance man of sorts, really. That's how I pictured myself growing up, Jonathan.
And that about does it for this evening's installment of Interviews with International Superstar Sensations. I'd like to thank our guest, Mr. Bernt Bickel, for coming down to the studios this evening. Thank you, Bernt.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's been my pleasure.
And my name is Jonathan English.
And I'm Bernt Bickel.
With the BBC, and we'd like to thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.